It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Bears and the Giants. All that and more coming up next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Jones. Once again, he finds Slayton. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Throwing, Jones. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But Not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
The quick feed by Jackson. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll get this to about the 38. You look at this Bears defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's got space past the 25. And he'll have this past the 30. Out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Fields on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've been terrific. Other weeks where we wonder just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He'll find Hodgins there complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 40-yard line. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him.
Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Stopped short of the 25, but that 2nd effort got him a couple extra. 5 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. His first catch. Good for 9 and a first down. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Down the left sideline, inside the 10, touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for...
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Here we go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields from 17 yards out. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 63 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. Operating from the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, this one is Slayton over the middle. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, and they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Back to throw, Fields. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. This is Dillon on the counter, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Flick right, flick right, flick right.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Robinson hauling it in outright. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Holding, offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now 2nd and 3. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robert Tonyan. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A give for Dillon running right. And he's brought down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Dillon. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A.J. Dillon punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And New York set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Slayton on the slant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Jones.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bears will get the football back.
Ready?
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
Commit, Brett. Set.
A give left side here for Herbert. Runs over him. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Here's Jackson. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that will complete to Hodgins. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing, Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. The Giants on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Detroit Johnson.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ready. Fight 60. Hut.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
They'll run with Herbert.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they will take a knee here.
Ready.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Chicago, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back.